After years of dominance, the giant crocodile was finally defeated in the river of blood. Subscribe for more amazing videos. Go to the comment section and tell me a story you will want to hear. Something was wrong with the river. It smelled different. Moved slower. Tasted like secrets. The birds that usually perched along the banks were gone, nests abandoned mid-build. The fish swam deeper, tighter, faster, as if the surface itself was cursed. Even the frogs, eternal choirs of dusk, were silent. Something was coming. But no one dared say what. Those who lived near the water had stopped whispering the old name. Not because they forgot it, but because saying it might bring it back. Not just the creature, but the weight. The law. The blood. Down beneath the thick blanket of algae, where the light didn't reach, something stirred. Not fast. Not sudden. A slow, ancient shift of mass. The water curved around it instead of pushing it. A shape with no outline. A legend with scales. For years, it had moved through the river like a ghost dragging chains, seen only by those who didn't live long enough to tell the tale. Bones marked its passing. Silence crowned its reign. For nearly a decade, nothing in the river dared defy it. It had no challengers. No predators. Only prey. And it liked it that way. Until the rains came early. Heavy. Hungry. They changed everything. The river swelled, overfed by weeks of downpour. It bled into the jungle, claiming new paths, swallowing old ones. And with that flooding came something unfamiliar. A presence. One that didn't slip through the reeds like prey. One that didn't pause before drinking. It crashed into the river like it owned it. He came from the southern cliffs, where the dust was red and the herds tougher. A lone bull, tusks cracked from battle, left eye clouded from an old wound. No herd. No warning. Just a slow stomp into the river's domain. The jungle watched in silence. The beast didn't hesitate. He splashed through the shallows, slapping water as if daring something beneath to rise. And it did. The surface broke 30 yards from him. A ripple. A bulge. Then, nothing. But the air changed. The heat felt heavier. The bull stood firm. A stare passed between the deep and the grounded. It wasn't a look. Not a sound. Just something old passing through the current. And then the croc disappeared beneath the surface again. He didn't strike. Not yet. The days that followed twisted the jungle into suspense. The river no longer flowed as before. It waited. Held its breath. The bull returned again and again, at dawn, at dusk, even deep into the night. Sometimes he bathed. Sometimes he drank. Sometimes he simply stood there, unmoving, in chest-deep water. His legs never wavered. His gaze never lowered. He was bait. But he wasn't foolish. He knew the legend. Knew the size of the monster that watched him. He wanted it to come. And on the fourth night, it did. Lightning cracked miles away, painting the sky in blue veins. The air smelled like ash and wet bark. The river was still. Then it broke. With a sound like the world tearing open, jaws rose from the depths, open, snarling, massive. A rush of teeth, snout, and sheer force surged upward toward the bull's side. The beast turned. Too slow. The jaws locked. Water exploded. The croc rolled once, twice, dragging the bull down into the black. The river thrashed with chaos. Waves crashed against the banks. Roots tore from the soil. But no one moved to intervene. Not the birds. Not the monkeys watching from above. Not even the night breeze. It was nature's judgment. Beneath the surface, the war raged. The croc's body twisted, coiled, crushed. But the bull fought back. A horn jabbed deep into soft underbelly. A hoof slammed into the side of a massive eye. The monster recoiled. The bull surfaced, gasping, bleeding, but alive. Then came the second strike. This time not a lunge, but a rush. The croc surged like a living battering ram, jaws wide, tail swinging with unnatural strength. The impact knocked the bull sideways, leg shattered, chest torn. The river turned crimson. But the bull did not sink. He swayed. Roared. Charged. And behind him, a strange thing happened. The trees bent. The frogs began to hum. The sky trembled. It was as if the jungle had decided this wasn't just survival. It was revolution. The bull made his final stand in the blood-rich shallows. The croc surged again. And then, the moment. A root. A thick, twisted vine hidden just below the red-soaked surface, hooked onto the croc's tail during the attack. Momentum betrayed the beast. He twisted, rolled. And got stuck. Mid-spin. The croc's body slammed into a rock formation beneath the water with a crack that echoed like thunder. The bull pounced, yes, pounced, all four hooves crashing down into the predator's skull. Once. Twice. The water exploded. Then stilled. Then turned pink. The river had finally claimed its own king. By morning, the crocodile's body floated, bloated, massive, broken. He drifted downstream, through the same current he had once ruled, past the same roots he used to rest under, past the herons who no longer looked away. The jungle exhaled. The river shimmered. And the legend that had ruled the bloodied waters for years was now just a ripple in its current.